What if I told you that the future of watchmaking is written in the past? Think about it. Felix Baumgartner, co-founder of Urwerk, once stood in front of an 18th-century tourbillon at the Patek Philippe Museum and felt a rush of inspiration so powerful it changed his life. But here's the kicker. He didn't want to replicate that watch. He wanted to outdo it. That's the kind of mindset that makes someone leave a stable career to chase something as abstract as mechanisms nobody has ever seen before. It's not just about technology, it's about legacy. What does it mean to create something that still resonates centuries later? I think that's the real secret sauce of innovation, knowing that your work isn't just for today, but for eternity. Now, let's talk about emotion. Felix says a watch that doesn't make you feel something has failed. But how many of us buy a watch and just own it? We're conditioned to see watches as status symbols, but what if the real magic is in the stories they tell? I mean, think about it. How often do you look at your watch and feel anything beyond the time? If a watch can't stir your soul, is it really worth the price tag? This raises a deeper question. Are we buying machines or heirlooms? Because if it's the latter, the emotion has to be baked into the design, the history, the very act of wearing it. Then there's the sympathetic watch, which Felix calls the Everest of watchmaking. Two independent mechanisms talking to each other? That's not just engineering, it's poetry. But here's what's fascinating. Why is this so rare today? In an age of smartwatches and apps, we've shifted from mechanical harmony to digital chaos. What does that say about our relationship with time? Are we now so dependent on screens that we've lost the art of letting gears communicate? I find it ironic that the most complex complication is also the most forgotten. It's like the industry's version of a lost language. Felix also calls out nostalgia as overrated. Watchmaking should look forward, not polish the rearview mirror. That's bold, especially in an industry full of vintage-inspired designs. But here's the thing, nostalgia is a double-edged sword. It can be a crutch or a catalyst. I think what he's really pushing is the idea that innovation isn't about rejecting the past, it's about reinterpreting it. Like, imagine if someone took a 1700s tourbillon and added a GPS module. Would that be genius or sacrilege? It's a question that's more relevant than ever as brands try to balance heritage with modernity. And let's not forget the small details. Felix says a watch made with care is revealed in the tiny, almost invisible things: comfort, intuitiveness, ease of use. That's not just a design philosophy, it's a rebellion against the idea that complexity equals value. How many luxury watches are so complicated they're impractical? I've seen people struggle to set their own timepieces, and it's absurd. The best watches aren't the ones with the most complications, they're the ones that disappear into your wrist, unobtrusive yet essential. It's like the difference between a smartphone and a pocket watch. One is a tool, the other is a companion. But what about the bigger picture? Felix ties watchmaking to exploration, the need to navigate oceans and skies. That spirit, he says, is what drives him. Yet today, we have GPS and satellites. Does that mean the era of the explorer's watch is over? Or is it just evolving? I think the real challenge for the industry is staying relevant in a world where time is no longer a mystery. We don't need watches to survive, we need them to inspire. And that's where the danger lies: uniformity. If every watch starts to look the same, what's the point of owning one? Innovation has to be more than just a different color or a new engraving. It has to matter. And then there's the influence of aerospace and science fiction. Felix sees watches as tools for hostile environments, like cockpits or satellites. That's a wild lens to view time through. It's not just about telling time, it's about surviving in a universe that doesn't care about your schedule. Sci-fi, too, has shaped his view of time as something that moves through space. That's a beautiful way to think about it. Time isn't linear, it's a dimension. Maybe that's why his designs feel so otherworldly. They're not just watches, they're portals to a future where time is fluid, not fixed. But here's the thing, all this brilliance comes from a man who learned the craft from his father. That's not just a personal story, it's a reminder that true mastery isn't just about technical skill. It's about respect for the process, the patience, the quiet moments of adjustment and calibration. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, that kind of dedication is almost sacred. It's like watching a painter spend years perfecting a single brushstroke. You don't just admire the result, you admire the journey. So, what's the takeaway? Felix's advice to younger collectors is simple: focus on pleasure, not profit. But here's the twist: this isn't just about watches. It's about life. How many of us buy things based on ROI instead of joy? The best collections are built by people who followed their instincts, not spreadsheets. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Whether it's a watch or a career, the most meaningful things come from trusting your gut, not the algorithm. In the end, Felix's story isn't just about watches. It's about the human obsession with time itself. We measure it, we fight it, we try to control it. But what if the real secret is to let it move through us, not the other way around? The next time you look at your wrist, ask yourself, does this watch make you feel something? Or is it just another gadget in a world that's running out of time to be inspired?